Yo, 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 what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another um, recap video. So, it is March 11th, 2022, Friday, and today I ended up trading GFAI and MGLD. So, I'm gonna be going over both charts today. Um, just to make it more easier. I feel like I could explain both of them in one video without it being too long. So I won't try to complicate it too much for you guys, but I'll basically just try to break it down. So, so let me start with GFIA. So right here, we are looking at the pre-market chart, strictly pre-market. So you guys can see the time. So 67654. So basically, market opens at 4 a.m. Or at least when you start trading it, and you got GFAI gapping up, and SSR short sale restricted is triggered. So this is what I see pre-market, right? So it's up a decent amount, from 50 to 90, almost 100%. So it was up like 80% around this area when I was watching it. So basically I just started off by looking at the support and resistance levels. So you can see right here, this 83 seems significant. Right here broke, and then the next one below it was this on this dip right here on that 79. You can see right here, kind of when it broke that 83, held, and then it just kind of reclaimed, and then it just kind of starts heading. You see how it uses that previous resistance. What is it? 89-90 cents right here, basically. Then it starts to break out. You got this increase in volume right here, as you can see. So basically my plan on this one was, when it was still right here, I was thinking, all right, I'm gonna look for a dip below 83 into the 80s, and then give myself wiggle room to 75, maybe, kind of scale my way in, and then whether, if two of them hold and then it starts to reclaim, obviously that's kind of where I'm gonna add more. Or if it breaks above pre-market high and there's volume and it holds, I'll probably look to buy on the dip back into this pre-market high down to 90, and then giving myself wiggle room to 85 just in case it reverses. Otherwise I would just cut it if it did go below this area at that point. So this is what happened. Market opens, you get that first as you can see, it starts breaking up. And right here, see, so I drew this trend line for a reason, because I felt like they were going to use that to try to either fake break down. So right here, when it basically attempted to go over this pre-market high, which became the new pre-market high at 97, but the old pre-market high was at what, 95? So right away I was like, all right, you know what, let me just throw an order there at 95 and then kind of see how it reacts. So first thing that happened was, once after it broke this trend line right here, and then it just like got soaked up, it just like reclaimed quick, I decided to put an order at 95. And then you see kind of how it went up, came back down, and then right here at this point I was gonna see, all right, if it holds above the trend line, then it's probably gonna continue higher. but also before it goes above 1, I want to get in. So right here, I ended up adding most of my size. This was the feeler. This was my confirmation size. Especially because, you know, $1, that's like the critical key breakout zone. But, you know, at that point, I was just going to risk this low a day after I had already added up here. But you can also see the volume was there. So you had this red volume and then this green one, which was bigger than that first red one. And then this, the third one was bigger than both of these. So that's where I felt a lot of the exchange started happening at that $1, but it was a lot of buying. So at this point, I was like, all right, let me think about this. I want to start scaling out into, let's say 108, before it gets to 110. So then at that point, basically at 108, I had an average of 98. So at that point, I'm basically up 10% already. And then from that point, you know, since it's a dollar stock, I'm not expecting like to scale out in big pieces, but I was thinking more like maybe every, you know, 2-cent increments on the way up kind of thing. And then as it got higher, I kind of split it into like 3-cent increments. So it was like 108, 110, 112, and then became 116, 119, 121, 123 right here. And then so basically it ended up halting. So at this point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of my entries were already out. So I basically still had 30% of my size. At this point, I figured, all right, let me break that down into pieces and then start selling in case, 1, it breaks below 108, or 2, in case it does want to continue going higher. So at that point, you know, we got over that 130. So I ended up selling the rest basically right there near 125 after that 130 rejected. And then you guys can see, broke down, retested that 109 again, hit over highs one more time, and basically just started to break down. And you can see there's a little trend line. Got a little trend line forming right there. You know, so this was basically a stuff move. They exit, breaks the trend, and then it just ends up down all day. So this would have been a good short as well. Just, you know, wasn't my time frame. I was basically trying to be done by 10:30, but you know, this was since it was a long, I was out before 10:30, so I was kind of like, all right, I'm done with this. Oh yeah, let me show you guys. So this one was trending on the 1 hour chart. So let me make that visible so you guys can see what I'm referring to when I say it's trending on this trend. So in the pre-market, oh, so another thing was this stock is a new recent IPO. Oh wait, no, never mind, not this one. That's the other one. Okay, so you see the bigger trend here, but it kind of looks like a little breakout. Let's go to 30 minute. Probably 30 minute. You can see right here, this candle broke, but it reclaimed. 15 minute. Okay, so the 15 minute, that was one trend that I was looking at, and then the 5 minute trend was basically that was the gauge pre-market. Look, check it out. Holds, bounces, reclaims, and then you see how it kind of starts to curl up. it gets a little extended here, but then on this dip, that's kind of where you want to get in, on the dip into that retracement. But once it bounces, you know, that's kind of your tell. All right, it's gonna go probably break over that high, get in long, and then sell into strength. And then, you know, once that trend broke, it was basically downhill from there. Reclaim, down, reclaim. This is probably just a bunch right here. This is either people trying to buy it for potential breakup, or shorts stopping out and then getting back in, stopping out, getting back in, stop out, get back in. But yeah, see, this trend was basically your key trend gauge. But yeah, that's pretty much it. GFAI. So it's already, we're at 11 minutes. You know what? I'm gonna have to make MGLD a separate video, if anything. So, but yeah, this is pretty much it. GFAI. SSR triggered long play, I guess, with volume. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. If you guys have any questions, comment down below or hit me up in my Discord. I will post the link in the description in case you want to join that. It's free. You know, so hit me up there if you want to as well. And don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.